10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the Ball State News Center, this is
in
NewsLink
on,
Indiana
float in on camera
high
one.
definition.
Stand by.
Good evening and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Tony Samlaven.
And I'm Brittany Armand. Thanks for joining us.
Tonight marks the deadline for voter registration in Indiana. With the deadline set for 11:59 tonight, Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders has made one last effort to establish himself among Indiana voters by opening a new campaign office right here in Muncie. The office was established near Ball State University in an effort to convince young voters of the importance of registering. Indiana's primary is set for May 3rd, and one aide on the Sanders campaign not only wants more young voters, but more Hoosier voters in general.
Very important because people think that voting doesn't matter, but it does. You've got to vote. I mean, we've had one of the reasons
When do you want me to?
A lot of Republicans.
We've got 10 seconds. Do you want me to take that Indiana data?
They just don't vote. And I don't know if it's just due to
coming back on Tony,
but they really need to get out, get registered, and vote.
Now.
You can register online at indianavoters.in.gov.
Indiana is not the only state on presidential candidates' radar. Wisconsin will be opening its primary polls tomorrow for both Democrats and Republicans. As the races remain tight, tensions are on the rise. Mary Maloney reports.
The Democratic primary getting more intense.
Seth, we're here for a minute and a half, and then we're going to an OTS on Tony on camera 2.
Very sorry you're leaving.
Hillary Clinton confronted after a Thursday night rally.
Minute 15.
Bernie Sanders says his campaign is not lying about Clinton's donations.
If people receive money from lobbyists of the industry, I think you're receiving money from the industry.
On the topic of abortion, Sanders accused the Clinton campaign of twisting truth.
Coming up on 1 minute.
Secretary Clinton did is take things out of context. I am 100% pro-choice.
Clinton holds a significant lead in the delegate count, but after a string of Western
45.
victories, Sanders promises to stay in the race. He has the money to do it. His campaign saying it raised $44 million in March. In Wisconsin, polls show him with a narrow lead before Tuesday's primary.
Coming up on 30 seconds.
For Republicans, Donald Trump has a wide lead in the delegate race, but in Wisconsin, he's polling behind Ted Cruz.
Nominating Donald Trump.
20 seconds. Okay, we're back.
IU Health Ball Memorial Hospital is taking precautions after discovering a patient with Legionnaire's disease
to be on
last
camera
week.
1 on
Legionnaire's is a serious lung infection caused by bacteria that is commonly found in public water supplies. The hospital shut down and treated its water system yesterday for about 8 hours. Since the disease is found in water, the hospital has sent water samples in for testing, a process that could take 10 to 14 days. While it is unclear if the disease came from the hospital's water supply, Ball Memorial is being cautious because of the risk to patients with weakened immune systems.
Going to her.
Today, Highway Superintendent Bob Jesse revealed his road paving plan to Delaware County officials.
Be in a VO.
The plan includes a total of 159 miles of road repairs. Jesse's plan will cover nearly twice the amount of road renovation as
going
last
to be
year.
on a
Paving projects
2-shot on camera 1 for the weather
toss.
toss.
Walnut and Royerton Street. The plan
Stand
will
by.
begin at the end of the month with no timetable for the completion of this project.
Going to them.
Now, Tony, hopefully when they start this road renovation project, it will not be as cold as it was today. It was absolutely freezing.
Absolutely. I could barely go to class today because of just how cold it was. Couldn't decide whether or not to put on a sweater or a heavy jacket and that sort of thing. Awful, awful cold, but Kaylee is here to tell us hopefully more, and maybe this coldness won't stick around much longer. Kaylee?
Well, good evening. I'm weather forecaster Kaylee Puccio. Unfortunately, these cooler temperatures look like they're going to stay for the majority of this week. As you can see, currently we're at 35 degrees, winds from the north at 13 miles per hour, but wind chill feels like 26 degrees out there. Now, my ride over here, I did see some flurries in the forecast. You can see here currently at 9 o'clock, we do see some snow showers up in Fort Wayne, a little bit in Muncie, but coming up on my full weather forecast, we are seeing headlines of a warm up for tomorrow, rain chances in the forecast, and I will have your forecast for a cooler weekend.
Going
All
to
that
Tony.
and more
Stand
coming
by.
up.
Q.
The popular music festival Chirp Fest is returning to Muncie this Thursday and promises to be bigger and better. Co-owners Darius Norwood and Christopher Kamek first held the music event in September of 2015 and are bringing it back this spring. The music festival, which is now sponsored by Coca-Cola, will feature 9 different music acts, including artists from New York and Los Angeles, as well as Ball State students.
Stand by, going inside.
We wanted to involve the Ball State students.
Is this also. Christopher Kamek?
Borderlines. Jimmy Cooper, which is one of our artists, and Kayla Noel. She's actually the Pacemate captain, and she actually dances and sings, and she's going to be here also. And then there's a couple other local artists that will
Stand by, going back to Tony. Now.
The co-owners, who are also Ball State students, say that building this company has been a rewarding yet challenging experience for the both of them.
I just sat back just watching these artists perform their set, and it brought tears to my eyes. It was just a lot of hard work coming to life.
5.
It's still surreal at the moment.
Stand by.
Tickets for Chirp Fest are on sale right now at chirpfest.com.
Have them read coming up.
When we come back, we'll show you where you can get your house
and we'll be on camera
ready
too
for the spring season.
And a scandal involving several world leaders involving finances has surfaced. Stay tuned.
In the break for 2 minutes. And okay, so when we come back, we're going to camera 1 on the close-up on Brittany, and then we're going into Skype.
Okay.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Coming up on minute 30. Thank you, Jana. Okay, so we're coming in on camera 1 on this close-up into Skype, and then out of Skype we're going to Brittany again, and then to Tony.
Okay.
And we've got a minute.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
Me too.
Thanks
for this.
Hold. See. Go for it.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
30 seconds.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box.
So we do not have a lower third for Shira.
Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay. I
5,
can't do this anymore.
4, 3.
I really hope he grows
2,
out of this for his
1.
sake.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. While the temperature today may not show it, spring is in the air. The trees are regrowing their leaves and flowers of the season are beginning to bloom. At Watson's Nursery in Muncie, it's time to spring into action for the busy season.
You're fine.
Shira McDuffie is live at Watson's to tell us more.
Stand by.
The saying goes that April showers bring May flowers, and here at Watson's Nursery, appropriate spring season temperatures can't come soon enough. It's their busiest time of year, and
spring cleaning isn't the only tradition that goes on during the rainy month of April. This time of year,
said take package. I'm
ready
sorry.
to spruce up their yards and gardens. Watson's Nursery in Muncie is dedicated to helping customers with all aspects of outdoor living. The nursery has 8 greenhouses that hold various species of flowers, shrubs, bulbs, and more. President of Operations Bob Watson believes that with a little help, anyone can grow a healthy garden.
Secret to keeping a happy garden. Well, you don't always have to have a green thumb. It's not being a trained gardener or a horticulturalist. I think the biggest issue that homeowners have with keeping things alive would be overwatering.
For Watson's, spring season starts at the end of the previous year. There's a lot of winter planning, pre-planting, and pre-watering. Once the temperature starts to warm up, business starts booming. The Garden Center shop has everything a gardener needs to keep a happy garden, along with decorations to liven it up. And for those who simply enjoy the colorful decor, the hanging baskets are a best seller.
People come to a nursery to look for
45.
Basically to get expert advice about what they want to plant. We try to do a lot of coaching and teaching as we're selling something. We want them to be successful so they come back, and we feel like that's what differentiates us from maybe some of the box stores and larger retailers.
Watson's Nursery is a family-run
So after this, we're coming
and
back
all
to
of the
Brittany.
employees work together to keep the environment not only beautiful to look at, but lovely to work in as well.
Being able to be
15,
not tied behind a desk, being inside, outside, the people that we have working here, like
10, 9,
our greenhouse
8,
helper here
7,
who loves
6,
to sing and
5,
and
4, 3, 2,
cheer us all up every day.
1.
Bob says contrary to those who enjoy a more colorful garden scene, he simply appreciates the green thing. Live in Muncie, Shira McDuffie, NewsLink, Indiana.
Going back to Brittany.
Along with a home delivery service, Watson's also offers a personal groundskeeping program. Watson's Nursery is open Monday through Friday, 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening.
Going to Tony.
An Indiana-Michigan power boom truck slammed into a steel beam on Bunch Boulevard this afternoon. The steel beam was made to protect the Norfolk Southern Railroad Bridge, and officials on the scene say the beam did exactly that. A replacement beam will be brought in by Norfolk Southern as soon as possible. This is not the first time a vehicle has collided with the bridge. Officials say a box truck did the same amount of damage several years ago. However, no one was injured during either accident.
Going to Brittany.
A massive collection of leaked documents called the Panama Papers have been published by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. These papers allege that a law firm in Panama called Mossack Fonseca helped more than 100 politicians and key figures set up shell companies and offshore accounts, which is legal. But the new report suggests that accounts are tied to questionable activity. Senior reporter Jake Bernstein is one of the reporters who broke this story. He talks about what this means for Vladimir Putin.
Going in the pack.
The implications are quite interesting. I mean, there has been
coming up
a lot of speculation about the people around
30.
Vladimir Putin and how they've become so rich and what they're up to. The U.S. government has called it a corrupt regime, and they pointed to some of the people who are revealed in the leak as being Putin's cashier. And what we see is a network of companies and banks that shuffle more than $2 billion through these companies and banks, and it's these people are tied to Putin.
10.
We obviously don't see Vladimir Putin's name in the files, but it certainly raises some interesting questions for the Kremlin.
Stand by.
Coming up, just how long is this cold weather going to last?
And find out how a Ball City organization is working to end the use of an offensive term. Stay tuned.
In the break for 2 minutes.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
Got about a
Thousands
minute.
of kids in foster care will
Minute
take
and a
you
half,
just
sorry.
as you are.
Minute and a half. We're going to come back on 2-shot on camera 1, followed by weather.
All right.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
1 minute.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
30 seconds.
Yep, good job.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all.
Your donations
10,
fund job placement and training
9,
for people in your community.
8,
which means
7,
stuff can be more
6,
powerful than you think.
5,
Goodwill.
4,
Donate stuff,
3,
create
2,
jobs.
1.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, Brittany, the calendar says April, but it certainly has not felt like it the last couple of days. Even over the weekend, extremely windy, even some snow. I had to drive home in that, and even back here, that was awfully fun, but it really has not felt like spring as of late.
It really hasn't. And, I think we could all go for some spring-like temperatures. So, Kaylee, any spring-like temperatures coming our way?
Well, we could possibly be seeing some spring-like temperatures in the middle of this week, but cooler temperatures to start out. As you can take a look here at our 24-hour temperature changes, 22 difference in Kokomo, Indianapolis, Champaign, Illinois over there, and up to 23 degrees change here in Muncie. Now, as we take a look here at our almanac, we do see we're normally at a high of 57 degrees and a low of 37, and our high barely broke that average low. Now, we did hit 80 degrees in 1978, which would be pretty nice compared to the cooler temperatures that we did have today. Now, your national temperatures here, we do see this jet stream moving through the entire country in this low pressure system up here in Michigan above us. This jet stream is a big area of wind, and it's to the south, so it's keeping those warmer temperatures southern of us, as Dallas is at 74, and a little bit cooler up in Kansas City at 57, 38 in Minneapolis, and 35 here in Muncie. And that low pressure system is going to be bringing us some rainy conditions here. As you can see, current wind chills are 26 degrees here in Muncie, 27 in Newcastle, so below freezing as it feels like out there. Now tonight, a low of 22 degrees with possible snow flurries, mostly overcast skies, but we are seeing possibly a morning frost tomorrow, as we do have a freeze warning out from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. tomorrow. This means you need to bring your plants inside or cover them up, and making sure you're bundled up on your commute tomorrow. Tomorrow, high of 46 degrees, mostly cloudy skies with lighter winds. So we take a look here at Precision Cast. We do see clear skies for the majority of Tuesday. Rain chances start to move in on Wednesday and should clear out by Wednesday night, but we could be expecting some more rain chances for Thursday. Now, wind gusts are going to be pretty strong with this storm, up to 40 miles per hour in some places, and rain accumulation could be up to 0.5 inches, so definitely much cooler. Now, your 7-day forecast, again, clear skies, a high of 46 for tomorrow, 90% chance of rain on Wednesday with a high of 60, so a little bit warmer. But as we move into the weekend, we do see cooler temperatures in the 30s. And for Sunday, mild temperatures again, and next thunderstorm chances will be mostly on Monday.
Well, definitely not looking forward to that rain forecast there, but hopefully maybe in the weekend some sunshine will come through.
Hopefully we'll see some sun.
Thank you very much, Kaylee. Camera 2. Despite the wind gusts of up to 36 miles an hour yesterday, 170 people showed up to participate in a race in downtown Muncie. NewsLink Indiana's Michael Kuhn has the story.
Individuals and organizational groups gathered Sunday to run, walk, and bike in the Ball State Best Buddies Erase the R-Word 5K. But Laura Burton says she was there for more than just exercise.
To support Beyond I Can, to support the Best Buddy program, to support all the individuals.
It's got about a minute
in
15
to
in
the
this
program,
pack.
and just to spread the awareness to erase the R-word.
In a show of support and solidarity, all race participants and crowd members joined the Best Buddies ambassador in taking a pledge to remove the word retard from their vocabulary.
I encourage you today to join me as we pledge to end the R-word, the use of the R-word. Please repeat after me.
45 seconds.
I pledge to support. I pledge to support.
Best Buddies Vice President Juliana DePoyster says this pledge to end the R-word is important for one simple reason.
Because it's hurtful. It really, we had a buddy that they heard that and the R-word and they cried. Like, you just see how much it really hurts people with disabilities when they hear that word and they break into tears, because that's how much it hurts them.
DePoyster says she hopes the race
back
continues
to
to grow
camera
next
2
year
in 15
with the help
seconds,
of Best
followed by
Buddies
the
and the
two-shot
Muncie
wrap
community.
on camera 1.
In Muncie, Michael Kuhn, NewsLink, Indiana.
Stand by, Q.
All proceeds from the event went to promoting inclusion and spreading disability awareness.
Camera 1.
Coming up in sports, it was a good week on the diamond as there were 2 players of the week along with the former Cardinal making his Major League Baseball debut.
Also, gymnastics had 2 top 10 finishes at the NCAA Regionals this weekend. That and more when NewsLink Indiana returns.
2 minutes.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use
Okay, get sports.
hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information
Have him sit down, please.
from local sources
Get
you know
mic'd
and
up.
trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Please. Where's Robbie going?
Getting an iPad.
Oh, okay. Have him sit down. Get mic'd up. We've got a minute.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
1 minute.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a
30
lot.
seconds to camera 3. Hey Ryan, can you adjust
wanted
that
to be
a little
teacher
bit?
when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that
Okay.
cool anymore.
Can you adjust that OTS a little bit?
So you decided
20
to do
seconds.
something else.
That's fine.
What would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening.
15.
in teaching, so it's time to put it back on
10.
your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Robbie General with sports. After dropping its first game of the weekend in 10 innings, Ball State baseball bounced back with a pair of high-scoring
Come back
wins.
to an OTS on
The
him.
Cardinals scored 43 runs over the 3-game series against Ohio. Nearly half of those came during the Cardinals' 20-3 series finale victory on Sunday. Softball's home opening weekend saw a 3-game sweep of Mid-American Conference rival Ohio. The wins evened Ball State's conference record at 3-3. The women's tennis team also continued its winning ways, extending its winning streak to 14. The 17 season wins ties for the most regular season wins in program history. Ball State still has 4 regular season matches remaining. Gymnastics also had an impressive showing at the NCAA Regionals hosted by the University of Iowa on Saturday. Top 10 finishes came from Denacia Christian, who finished 3rd on the floor with a 9.850, and Bailey Bell, who also scored a 9.850 on the balance beam. Good enough for 9th in the event.
Back to him.
Junior outfielder Alex Call was named Mid-American Conference West Division Player of the Week today. Call recorded 3 hits in each of the 4 games he played last weekend. His batting average was
We're in this
600
VO.
as he had
Going to do a
11 runs
close-up
scored
on him.
and 10 runs batted in. Half of his at-bats went for extra bases as he recorded 3 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Call is currently on a 13-game hitting streak and leads the Mid-American Conference in batting average, on-base percentage, runs scored, hits, and doubles.
Going back to him.
Senior pitcher Nicole Steinbach earned her 4th Mid-American Conference West Division Pitcher of the Week award today. Steinbach pitched in each of the Cardinals' 3 victories over the
Okay,
weekend,
then we're going to go to an
recording
OTS on
2
him
wins
after
and
this
her
VO.
9th career save. She opened the weekend with a season-high 9 strikeouts and allowed only 1 run in the team's 2-1 victory over Ohio. She finished the weekend with 15 innings pitched and struck out 15 Ohio batters while having an earned run average of 1.4. Her 13 season wins puts her tied for 35th in the NCAA for pitcher victories.
Back to him.
2009 Ball State graduate Jeremy Hazelbaker made his Major League Baseball debut yesterday in St. Louis. After 7 seasons in the minor league, Hazelbaker finally had his first MLB at-bat after coming in to pinch hit for Adam Wainwright in the top of the 7th. He was called out on strikes during the at-bat, but he talked about how thankful he was for the opportunity in a post-game interview.
A great experience.
Do you want me to put that in now?
This group of guys and under this coaching staff, it was
it was a feeling you can't really put into words. But yeah, I went out there and performed. I knew I could, and I just was hoping.
You want me to take it out or leave it in?
Which, I definitely did, and I'm thankful for.
Okay.
So, it was a great experience, and I was glad that I got to open some eyes.
The championship game of the NCAA men's basketball tournament is underway. Number 2 Villanova from the South region is taking on number 1 seed North Carolina from the East.
Well, good to see that game continuing on. My bracket was busted after the first week. I had Michigan State winning the entire thing, so that didn't really go my way. Apparently you called Middle Tennessee State. Is that true?
No, unfortunately it's not. I also had Michigan State going all the way, so my bracket was busted long before, and March is going to be officially over tonight.
Well, it'll be a fun one. Thank you very much, Robbie. After the break, we'll have the latest on pop star Kesha's battle with Sony as it continues on.
Plus, find out what celebrity is being sued after this.
2 minutes. Jana, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
2 minutes. Yeah, Jana's out there.
How's he look?
Okay, pan to center him up.
You got a king?
Go fish.
A little less headroom or zoom in just a little bit.
On a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Oh yeah, focus up on him.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was
Have him
rough.
look.
I was living on the street, and one night, me and
Okay,
this
you're
Cocker
good.
Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully
little less
I got
headroom.
rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old
That's good.
self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love.
All right, we've
Even
got about
if
a
you put
minute.
lampshade on my head.
Is it too close or good?
No, you're good.
Okay.
1 minute, Jana.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
Fresky, can you hear me?
Or something you
Yes.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
Coolio.
It has to be given to
Talk to you about from back here.
freely.
Hi, Troy.
It's consent. I love you,
Sex
Fresky.
without it isn't sex.
Love you too, Tanner.
It's rape.
That made my reel, buddy.
That was kind of scary.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to
We've
stop
got
sexual
30
assault.
seconds.
Learn how and take the pledge.
Can you hear him when he talks to you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah. Tanner, Jana can hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
She says hi. 20. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It is nice having the monitor.
Cue.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Billy Lehman with your entertainment news. The Academy Country Music Awards took
Or in
place
the
in
VO.
North Texas Sunday night. The big winners for the evening included Miranda Lambert, who captured Female Vocalist of the Year for the 7th time, and Chris Stapleton, who won both the new Male
back to him.
Vocalist and Male Vocalist categories. There was a powerful performance by Carrie Underwood and a duet done by Dolly Parton and Katy Perry. Stars
VO
Darius
again?
Rucker and Martina McBride paid tribute to the late Joey Feek, who lost her battle with cancer in February. Justin Timberlake is
Back
being
to him.
sued. The famous pop star recently had a lawsuit filed against him by Cirque du Soleil. The group claims that Timberlake used a sample of one of its original songs in his 2020 The Experience album, which released in 2013.
What are we coming
The
back
suit,
on?
which was filed
We'll
in New
be
York
on the
federal
wide
court,
shot on one.
seeks $800,000 in
You're
damages.
gonna want to fix the wide
This
shot.
process is nothing new to Timberlake.
Just-
the singer was sued twice by different parties
I'm actually
earlier this
okay
year.
with that. Okay.
The battle
Him.
continues for pop star Kesha. On Sunday, the popular singer posted a photo on Instagram saying, quote, "I got offered my freedom if I were to lie." She was referring to the sexual and mental abuse allegations that she filed in 2014 against her longtime producer, Lucas Gottwald, better known as Dr. Luke. In the post, Kesha went on to say, quote, "I will not take back the truth. I would rather let the truth ruin my career than lie for a monster ever again." A representative for Gottwald released a statement saying that Kesha's Instagram post was false and that she had no facts to support her claims.
Back to him.
That's all for entertainment. Back to you at the desk.
All right. Back to
Thanks,
one.
Billy. Now let's take one final look at weather.
You know, we're going to be seeing a lot of seasons this week. A little bit warmer tomorrow, 60 on Wednesday. But for the weekend, we have rain and temperatures in the 30s. But you know, it's not summer yet. On average, our last frost is normally around April 16th. So definitely could see cooler temperatures in April.
All right, thank you, Kaylee. Lastly, we thought we would share with you that today is indeed National Hug a News Person Day. So if you know someone working in the news business, give them a big old bear hug and tell them how much you appreciate them.
Isn't that sweet?
That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on Cardinal Vision.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a great night.
Go, go, go. Get out.
Mike's down. Nope. All right, we're out.